Hello, and welcome to this demonstration of EEX's Cleartech portal. My name is Richard Heath, and today I'm going to demonstrate the position tracker function that we have built in the portal to help users monitor their positions with EEX versus MiFID position limits. For those who are not familiar, the Cleartech portal is the primary online interface to EEX Group for our freight and global commodity clients. The portal contains a number of tools. It includes trade registration for intermediary brokers, the EEX Freight Trade Tape, live and historical trade information, both specific to your individual organization and for the market as a whole, market analytics, pre-trade risk controls for clearing members, a number of options tools, and also position tracking information. So to begin the demo, I'm just going to log into the system. The portal is a web delivered system, very easy to get access to. The system that I'm using today is our demo or test environment. And I'm also using a demo user. All of the information that you will see within today's demonstration is 100% fictitious, completely created for this demonstration. There is no real life company or user information available in this version of the portal. So once we log into the portal, we come to the home screen. And here we see a number of different tools that I was describing. Today's demonstration, as I have said, is about the position tracker. So we're going to navigate now to that section of the website and see how the tool works. In order to get there, we just work across the top navigation, get to the tool section, drop down to position tracker, and then simply click through to the page. Now, the objectives that we had at EEX when we built this application was to give our freight clients a simple and fast view of their estimated net position at ECC versus MiFID position limits. We set the system up at the request of several clients who wanted an easy real-time way to view their position. And it was designed to help clients proactively manage their position and stay below the limits. So just looking at the application now, you will see when we click into it, we immediately come to a summary page. Now, within this page, we see all of the products for which this user is set up, both by product group and the individual product itself, as well as the limits for these contracts and the amount that has been used. So MiFID position limits are split into two specific time series. So we look at the spot month. This is the current month in delivery. So today in November 2020, this would be November for freight. And then we have the all other expiries time series. And this covers all expiries all the way down the rest of the curve, everything which is available at ECC. The limits that you see calculated are the net open position in all of these contracts. So if a user trades a long position and then they come back and later in the day trade a short position within the same contract, those would be netted off and it would be the net of both positions which would be shown here. In the all other month expiries, the same is true, but contracts are netted down the curve. So if a user happened to be long at the front of the curve, but had short positions in expiries towards the back of the curve, these would be netted off against each other. And again, the net open position would be shown. So with that having been said, I just want to explain some of what we're seeing on the summary screen here. So as I said, we see the limits for the different contracts. Now, on this side, this is the actual MiFID position limit. This is the limit which users must stay below. We have the limit for the spot month, the limit for all other months. You'll see in freight that these are set at the same level for both time series. And you'll also see the amount that this user has used up of those limits. In this summary screen, we have a red, amber, green indicator. Any contract which is gray shows that less than 70% of the limit has been used. Any contract which is amber, sorry, that's green. Any contract which is green is less than 70% used. Any contract which is amber is between 70 and 90% of the limit used. And anything which is red is over 90% of the limit used, including contracts which are over the limit. Anything which is grey indicates that none of the limit has been used so far. So if we want to understand exactly how this calculation is made or get more granular information on this, we can drill down from this screen into information about the individual contract. So let's start for this user with the Cape size 5TC average contract. Once I click on it, I will be taken to a screen which shows just the positions in this contract. On the right-hand side, we have a quite simple display just showing the limit for the two different time series and also the amount which has been used up. So we can see for this user on the spot limit, the current month, they've used less than 1%. And on the all other time series, they've used around 75% of their limit, shaded here in blue, with 25% left. On the left-hand side of the screen, we see how this works in the individual specific expiries. What you will see here is every expiry for which this user has an open position. So this will go right the way to the end of this user's exposure. It doesn't cover the entire curve available at EEX, just contracts for which there is an open position. If we want to get a little bit more information on exactly where this position is coming from, we can drill down into the individual expiry and look at the underlying positions which are making this up. So let's have a look at this January position of 630 lots long. So once we click on January, we can see here the underlying instruments which are constituting this limit. For this particular expiry, this user only has futures positions. And if we click into them, we can see the individual trades which make up the current limit. So let's have a look. We have 4 trades in here, all long of varying volumes. And it is because all these are long, there's no netting here. And so it's the sum of all these positions which makes up the overall net position for this month. And then of course, it is the sum of all of these months which make up the net position for the all other expiries bucket. If we want to see more information on each individual trade which made up these positions, we can from this screen go all the way down to the individual trade ticket. So if I just click on the trade ID, I will get here the ticket from this trade. I will see the trade ID. I see the time and date that this trade was actually done. I see its status, and I will see here all of the information relating to my company. Obviously, I cannot see anything to do with the seller's side, but I see here my own trading information. So I am Live Portal Demo Test 1. As our very imaginatively titled trading firm. I will see here my clearing member. I will see the name of the trader who executed this deal. I will see the clearing house. I will see the name of the broker who executed this deal, and also my clearing account. So all of the information on the individual trade is available at that level. So if I really want to interrogate exactly where this position is coming from, I can drill down to the individual trades that make it up. Now, it may be that it's not simply just futures positions that I have. Perhaps I have options positions in some contracts as well. So in order to see how these look, we'll click into the Panamax contract. As you can see here, exactly the same display. This user's actually got quite a lot of room left in the limits for both different time series. And again, on the left, I see all of the expiries for which there is a position. Now, if I drill down into one of these, I will see exactly how they are made up. So I can see here that this user for January 21 has a long position in futures of 345 lots and a long position in options of 380.4 lots. Now, the reason that there can be a decimal point in here is that options to be added to the overall position in terms of position limits are calculated on a delta equivalent basis. So this is a very, very simple calculation where we just multiply the options position by the delta, and that will give us either a long or short delta equivalent exposure. So again, here we can see the details of all the individual underlying trades here. We can see whether the option was a put or a call. We can see the strike at which it was traded. We can see the position that we traded, long or short, and how many lots, and we can see the delta information. Now this delta is pulled from ECC overnight every night, and so this is the most updated figure. And then the delta adjusted position is, as I said, simply the delta in the position multiplied to create the overall long or short exposure. Again, these positions are netted. So what we see at the top is the net overall position, which is 380 lots long, 0.4. And so this short position is included in that. Again, if I wanted to see the individual trade details, I can drill all the way down to each individual trade. Okay, so there's a couple more things that I want to show you in the portal and some things that you should be aware of. So for demonstration purposes, let's have a look at the position that this user has on the handy-size contract. So you can see here just 3 expiries for which there are positions, long on the first 2 and a big short position for January 21. We see this reflected in the 2 different time series with quite a small position in the spot month, loads of room here, but a very big position in the other expiries bucket, using up 96% of the overall position limit. Now, what's important to look at here is the effect that we will have when the months roll. So as I said, the all other month time series is the net result of the position in all of the months down the rest of the curve. So here we see a long position of 200 lots and a short position of 2,600 lots. Now this short position on its own is actually in excess of the overall position limit of 2,500 lots. The reason why this portfolio remains under the limit today is because of the netting effect from this long position in December. Now, at the end of the month, when November rolls off and December becomes a spot month, that netting effect will be removed from the all other limits bucket. And so this portfolio will go from a short position of 2,400 lots to a short position of 2,600 lots, and this user will be in breach of the position limit by 100 lots. So it's important to remember this because even if there is no trading activity here at all, this user would be in breach of position limits just by the fact that they have not managed the portfolio when the contracts roll. So that's a very important thing to take account of. One more thing to show you on the limit screen here, and that is if you were actually in breach of the limit, you see pretty much exactly the same visualization, but with the extra, which you are over the limit, colored in there in red. So, very obvious that this user is over the limit. So just some more information on position limits. As I said, the objective of building this system was to allow users a quick and easy reference as to where their position is in terms of the limit. It is the individual trading user's responsibility and their obligation to make sure they remain inside the limit. The system is provided by us for information purposes only. If a user breaches a limit, that is entirely their own responsibility and something that they would need to work out with the regulatory authority for EEX, which is the German regulator BaFin. So we provide this system for your information. It is an estimated net position. It's taken from the trading activity that your organization does through the exchange. So it does update live, which is really good. If there was live trading going on, we would see these positions updating as we refresh the screen. But it does mean that it is a calculated estimate of your position. And as I say, it is the individual trading member's responsibility to make sure they remain below that position. So that is it for the demo today. That shows the functionality of the position tracker. I hope that it showed the functionality well, and that it's easy to understand precisely how the application works. If there are any questions on this system, if you need access to the portal and you don't have it, or you would just like more information on how the system works and all the tools which are available within the portal, please contact your regular sales contact at EEX. They'll be happy to organize a login and password for you. And also we can do an individual demonstration of any features that you require. You can always check back here regularly. We'll be posting more demonstration videos, so you should be able to see a full catalogue of different features and functions in the portal. If you have any questions or feedback, you can also contact me directly. My name is Richard Heath and my email address is richard.heath@eex.com. Thank you very much for your attention today and look forward to talking to you soon.